Hello everybody, this is TJ again here in the LEGO room, and we're going to be talking about the next phase of the GALAGR contest. GALAGR is like the NASCAR of the Star Wars universe. GALAGR stands for the Galactic Association of Land Speeder and Anti-Gravity Racing. And what we're going to be doing now that the vein repulsor section has ended, we're going to be moving on into the cluster section of the contest. Now, I showed you before a small round piece with a bunch of studs inside it, and that is what a cluster looks like. They are small round emitters of repulsor lip technology. So on the underside of your ships, I'm going to want to see some round little emitters on the bottom. They can either be made out of lots of smaller pieces, or they can just be round pieces as well. Because of the scale that we're working at, we're going to have to kind of pretend in some cases that the round pieces are a cluster of smaller ones, just because of how small LEGO is already. But there are a couple of parameters that we're going to need to keep track of. The first one is that you need to have at least 3 cluster emitters on your ship. So there has to be 3, okay? The second one is that we are going to have size restrictions, but we're actually changing up which directions those are going to be. The ship can only be 32 studs long, and it cannot be taller than 7 bricks. But width-wise, you don't have a limit anymore. You can go as wide as you like. Obviously, keep it within some sort of reason. But width doesn't matter on this particular one. So that's something to keep in mind here. We already have a few entries into the cluster section of the contest. I'm pretty excited. I should be posting some images of that very soon so you guys can get an idea of kind of what we're looking for. But again, you need 3 cluster emitters, and it cannot be more than 7 bricks tall or 32 studs long. Okay, width-wise, you're good to go. So that's kind of what we're going for here. I'm pretty excited to see what everybody comes up with. As far as the other rules, everything stays the same. You can only have 1 repulsor lift style, which means you can't have vanes and clusters and arrays. You need to just have the clusters. Okay. Generally only 1 pilot is acceptable. You can have a second seat or something, but we're going to try to keep it at 1. And then if you are going to have astromech slots or something like that, just make sure that we'll be able to smooth it over later in case the astromech is an additional feature that is added on after the fact. But that shouldn't be too hard. I mean, it is LEGO. We can always fill in an astromech slot with just a few bricks, right? Not a huge deal on that one. Alrighty, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I was going to show you a small example of what I believe a cluster array ship would look like, and this would be what I would think a cluster ship would look like. Because of the imbalance of the cluster, you want to have 3 clusters on the bottom of your ship, and I would kind of imagine that the ship would end up being rather flat or even somewhat triangularly shaped, and that's actually what some of the current examples actually had. Is they have a very similar triangular shape to them, which is kind of cool. So we're gonna stick with that, and until we catch you next time at TJ's LEGO Room, I hope this was a nice, short and sweet little video. If you haven't seen the vein repulsor entries, go ahead and head over to that video, which was posted a little bit earlier today. Go check that out so you guys can start getting your votes in. And then also the Flickr page is up with all of the contest entries. I think I may have forgotten to say, if your entry was not included in that last video, go ahead and send me an email and I can explain to you why, or if I missed it for some reason, I can go ahead and get it onto the Flickr page after the fact as well, and I'll release a supplement video at the beginning of next week if that's the case, if I just missed it. So otherwise, I hope you guys are looking forward to building some cluster style ships, some cluster repulsors. I am definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys make. So hope you guys are having a great one, and until we see you next time in TJ's LEGO Room, play well. Bye.